Hello class, can we hear me now?
Good evening, sir. Yes, I can hear you.
Nice one. Thank you, Akinwumi. Okay, so today is going to be a wonderful day because we're going to be learning JavaScript. JavaScript, it's very, very important because it is one of the most popular programming languages, being that you can use it for both the back end and the front end. So in the back end, you can use the JavaScript runtime known as Node.js and Express Server. And in the front end, you can use libraries like React, which I'm going to teach you guys after HTML and CSS and JavaScript. Then you can also use Angular or Vue. So JavaScript is very, very important. Even Google built TensorFlow for machine learning. So you can use JavaScript across board. And that is why JavaScript is very, very important. And that is why we're going to be learning it today from scratch. Um, let's see how it goes. Okay, so if you're excited, let me know that you're excited so that I can share my screen so that we can start immediately. So are we excited to do this? Can I get somebody say something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so let me quickly share my screen now, my screen now, so that we can start up. And because we want to code it from scratch, we want us to understand every aspect of JavaScript, including using it to write algorithms, which is part of your interview or text if you want to get a job in a big company, because we're actually training you to be able to have the skill sets to work in big companies, and they're going to test you. And I'll also encourage you to have a GitHub account. Please, I'm going to send you a video where I explain how to create a GitHub account, so that as you code, you have to be committing your code to your GitHub, so that when prospective employers, when they check you out, they're going to be able to go to your GitHub and check it out and see whether you've been working. And secondly, you need to have a LinkedIn account. LinkedIn is where you can easily get prospective employers also check you out. So you need to have GitHub and LinkedIn accounts. So please, after this class, make sure you try to have these, so that as you're coding, your code is reflected on GitHub, and also prospective employers are also checking you out on LinkedIn. So all these work hand in hand. So we're going to be giving you those basic skills that you need, but you need to get yourself prepared in order to take opportunities when they come. Okay. So with that said, we are going to be looking at JavaScript. I shared a video earlier where I did introduction to JavaScript, where I explained why you should learn JavaScript and the basics. So today we're going to be looking at comments. How do you comment? Comment is simply when you don't want the interpreter to run the code. So use it to ensure code readability. So after comments, we're going to look at variables, and we're going to check out the various way of declaring a variable using the var, let, and const. So use the var if the var used to be what was the keyword used in variable declaration, but recently they use let, very importantly. Then if it's not going to change, you use const. Okay, so we're going to be looking at that. We're also going to be looking at data types. So in data types, we're going to be having the string type, the number type, the boolean, the null, the undefined, and we're going to also check how you can track a data type by using the type of. Okay, then we're going to look at strings, and we're going to look at string manipulations. Okay, so please, if you can see my screen, can you confirm that you can see my screen so that I can quickly share my VS Code so that we can start coding from scratch?
I can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. So please, can you see my VS Code?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to explain what comment is. Okay, so comment, if you want to comment, is going to be double forward slash, and you're not going to write what you want to write. So the interpreter is not going to run this anything that you write on the comment, because the comment enable understanding. Okay, so I'm going to write this is a JavaScript lecturer. Okay, so this is comment. So what this means is that this is not going to be run. But if you don't put double forward slash, if you just say um, name is equal to Augustine, and that is my name, name is equal to Augustine, and you're going to make sure that since it's a string, Augustine is going to be inside quotes, and these quotes can be double quote or single quote. Any of them should be okay. So uh, the interpreter is going to interpret line by line, but when it gets to this one, it's going to interpret it because this is not a comment. But if I come in front of this place now and I put double forward, you're going to see that everything changes to green, showing that this is a comment and no longer a code that needs to be interpreted. So I'm going to remove this so that this remains a code. Okay, so double forward slash is what we call single line comment. But if it is multi-line, you can use this type of comment if it's going to be multi-line. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to put this and this. So this is what we call multi-line. So what multi-line enables you to write more than one line. Okay, so for this I'm going to say our front end class includes, and I'm going to come down because it's a multi-line, and I'm going to say HTML. I'm going to come down. I'm going to say CSS. I'm going to come down. I'm going to say JavaScript. I'm going to come down, and I'm going to say React. Okay, those are the stacks we're going to be learning. So you can see that everything is in green because they are all comments, but this one is the real code. Okay, so this is what we call a string data type. So we're going to be looking at data types. Okay, data types, very, very important. So what are the data types we'll have? We can have a string. So a string is whenever you have a collection of characters enclosed in single or double quotes. So this is a string data type. So you can also have what we call number data type. In that case, we have age is equal to 27. So this is a number data type because there are no string. This is just a number. Then you're also going to have what we call boolean. So if you say is married, you want to know whether this person is married or not. You're asking a question. So it's either going to be true or false. So if the person is not married, you're going to have false. If the person is married, you have true. So this is what we call boolean. Boolean data type. Boolean data type. Okay. Now, you're also going to have another kind of data type known as null. So when you have something like const, say x or y, let's say const z is equal to null. So this is null. But remember that I said that you can actually declare your variables in different forms using, say, var. That used to be the way before. Then let, this is the modern way, ES6. Then you also have const. If you expect that it's not going to change, okay. So let's say name of people in our class could be Ada, it could be Tolu, it could be anything. It can change. So it's better we say let name be equal to Augustine. So if the age can also change over time, then you can also say let age equal to 27. Then if the is married, the person is not married now, but is going to get married at some time. So you can also say let is married equal to false. Okay. So other things you can use as const, let's say you say const pi. You know the value of pi doesn't change. So that should be a const. Okay. So you can now assign it a value, say 3.142. Okay, so these are the various data types. You also have what we call undefined. Okay, so undefined, you can say const y is equal to undefined. Okay, this is also a data type. Okay, so I'm going to write here data type, and I'm going to ask us the various data types that are possible. So these are the keywords that you can use to declare a variable. You can use var, let, and const. So let is block scoped, and that is what you have to use. Const is also block scoped, but it doesn't change over time. Okay. Now we've also looked at data types, and the different data types that we looked at are the number one, as we represented in Augustine, is known as string. Then number two is known as number data type. The other one is known as boolean data type, and you have the what we call the null data type, as well as the undefined. But there is also symbol, but we're not going to be looking at that now. So I'm going to enclose this in a multi-line comment. So, and I'm going to ask the class some questions to know whether we are actually following. Okay, so these are the data types we are going to be looking at. We also have what we call array data type. So how do you know array data type when you see array? So you can have something like this. You can have 5 color. So somebody should tell me his or her favorite colors. 5 color, favorite color. What do you mean by that? So it has to be in a square brackets. So let's say for me, my favorite colors are white. I love white a lot. I also love black a lot, and I also love gray a lot. So these are my favorite colors. So whenever you want to have a collection, it's good you put it in an array. So this is what we call array, and you know you always have to declare your variable using let, const, or var. Okay, now in every variable declaration, it is important that you know that you have the keyword say let or var. Then you have what we call the variable name. That's the next thing. Then you have the assignment operator equal to. Then you have the value. Okay. And that is what we have here. You have the let. This name is a variable name. The value for this name is Augustine. For this, the variable name is age, and the value is 27. For this, the variable name is married, and the value is horse. Okay, so these are what we are considering now. So I'm gonna let out a little time to ask questions and also admit people that want to join the class now, so that we can move forward. Okay, so Valerie Uhuru, uh, the concepts we've defined so far, is it clear? Does it make sense to you? Okay, yes, it does. I can see Valerie just answered through the text messaging app of the device. What of you, Akim Wumi? Does it make sense? Akim Wumi.
Sorry, my network tripped off. I didn't hear what you said just now.
Okay. I said what I've been explaining so far, does it make sense?
Yes,
Okay,
it
David,
does.
what about you? Are you picking up? Okay, David just sent in. Okay, so these are the various data types. Okay, so now we're going to be checking the various data types. We are starting our JavaScript from scratch. And we'll say that first thing we looked at comment, and we'll say that we have single line comment. This is a single line comment started with 2 forward slash. Multi-line comments are started with 1 forward slash, and these are asterisk. So you can use it to take you can use it to represent stuff that you don't want them to show. You don't want the interpreter to run them. Okay, those people joining the class now, you're actually disturbing the class because I have to go accept you. Okay, so we say that we have in our variable declaration, we can use either var, let, or const. Const if it doesn't change, let if it does change. Then it used to be var before, But in EX6, we now use let and const mostly. And we have different data types in JavaScript. You have the string, whenever something like a name that is a collection of characters enclosed in quotes, the string. Number is say age 27. Boolean is when the value is either true or false. And null is when you don't have a value. And undefined is when you have it undefined. And array is when you have a collection of numbers. So array can not just only be strings. You can also have let your favorite numbers, 5 numbers. You can also have it as an array. So you use an array whenever you want to pick more than one value. More than one value, okay? So we have you're gonna have now 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is an array of numbers, whereas this is an array of string. So how you locate an array is whenever you have these square brackets. Okay, so with this said, now I'm gonna introduce us to how do you check the type of a variable. So you can use what we call type of. That is how you check it. Type of. You see, as I'm typing, this is coming out. So when you say type of, then you put the name of the variable you want to check its type. So let's check the type of age. We want to check the type of age. Now, for you to do this type of, how do you see it? You might not see it. It will check the type, but you're not going to see it. But if you want to be able to see it, you're going to enclose this inside console.log. You have to enclose it inside console.log. So you're going to say console.log. You want the console to log out the type of age. That's what I want it to do. So once you do this, you're going to save by doing Control X. Make sure you save. Then you are now going to come to your console and try to run your code. So how do you run your JavaScript code? You know, in the other one, when we are doing HTML, we right click in the middle and say open with live server. But for JavaScript, how we'll run it is by simply saying node space the name of the file you're working on. main.js is the name, so I'm going to say main.js. So I'm going to press the enter key. So that is how you run your code when you simply say node space the name of the file. So you can see the answer here is number because the data type of age is number. Okay, now if we want to check the data type of is married, I told us that is married is boolean. Okay, once you say is married, type of is married. So that is how you check. I do Control S to change to save. Then if I come back here and I use the up arrow key to bring back my node main.js and press the enter key, you can see boolean. You can see that this is data type boolean. This is data type boolean because the value is either true or false. Okay, if I now check the type of for say 5 color, you know that 5 color is an array. So if I say 5 color, okay, and I do Control S to save, then I come down here again to my terminal and I run again. You can see object. Okay, so that is what it normally see this array as. Okay, so if I also check out pi, this pi, so what is it? Pi is also gonna be a number. Okay, and I save and I come down here and I check it, see it's still a number. Okay, so that is how you can be checking your data type. So if I say type of name and I save, Control S to save, then I come back, you're gonna see that name is a string. You can see string here. So that is how you check the data type. That is how you check the data type. Okay, so this code I'm writing, you can see we are writing all this from scratch. This is pure JavaScript, very, very important. You can use JavaScript for a whole lot of things. You can use it to build your UI. When you be learning React, that is the language that React is used in. Okay, now we're going to be studying now string operations. So I'm going to put another this and I'm going to say string operations. Okay, string operations. We're going to be able to manipulate our strings. So like I said, what is string? String is simply what? Collection of characters, correction of characters, enclosed in a single or double quotes. Okay, that is what a string is. Okay, so and you can
Sir,
see that
please, excuse me, sir.
here.
What do you use to bring out the outputs, the debug console and terminal panel?
Okay, you can simply click here. Can you see this terminal on top here? Just click it. Then you're going to see new terminal. Click on new terminal so that you can see your debug console, your terminal console for you to run your code. Is that clear by you?
Yes.
Okay. So do we continue now?
Okay, good to go.
Good to go. Thank you. Okay. So bless you. Let's continue writing these codes, and we're gonna write a whole lot of codes today. Okay, so now I'm gonna declare a string, another string. You remember we have name here, Augustine. So let me declare a string, and I'm gonna call this string sentence. That's the name of this string, sentence. And I'm gonna assign it a value, and the value I'm gonna assign it to is hello. I'm going to say hello, future, hello, feature, takers, hello, feature takers. Welcome to JavaScript. Okay, that is what I call sentence as. Now, in order for me to see this on my console, I'm going to simply say console.log, and in bracket, I'm going to put, what do I want to console.log? I want to console.log sentence. Okay, sentence. You can see that sentence. Okay. Now, if I save this now, then I come down here and they say node main.js, which is how you run the code. I'm going to see here, can you see here, hello, feature takers, welcome to JavaScript, which is the value assigned to this variable name sentence. And that is how you can echo out something, okay? So you can also see string here because I'm still consoling.log type of name here. So now, in order for me not to have this, somebody wants to join. Okay. Okay, so let's keep going. So in order for me not to have these string up here, I'm gonna comment this out so that I will be having, and I'm gonna save again. Then I come back here and I'm gonna run this again. So I'm having just hello feature takers, welcome to JavaScript, which is the value of this. So we're gonna do what we call string manipulation. We want to manipulate this string to let it do a whole couple of things. Okay. The first thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna say this string, and the name of this string is sentence. Okay. So the first manipulation we're gonna do to sentence is that we're gonna say convert this sentence to uppercase. Okay, want to convert this sentence to uppercase. So I'm gonna say and I'm gonna console.log it. I'm gonna say console.log. Then in bracket, I'm gonna mention the name of this string, which is what, sentence, and I'm gonna say dot to upper case. Okay, so I'm trying to say that this string should be converted to uppercase. So if I save this now and I come down here and run this again, so you can see now hello feature takers, welcome to JavaScript is now written in uppercase because I've used a string method known as to uppercase to do this. Okay, now before this, I'm gonna also do this again. I'm gonna also say console.log because I want to be seeing what I'm doing. That's why you are using console.log. Simply means you want to see it at the terminal. So I'm going to say sentence, and I'm going to say dot length because I want to see the length of these sentence dot length. Okay, so I want you to understand what we mean when we say sentence dot length. Sentence dot length simply means that we should count the number of characters in this sentence. If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, if you count, you're going to get 41. 41, you can see it here. So that is the length of this sentence, 41. Okay, So this length here is what we call property. Anytime you write dot something and you don't put another parenthesis in front, it is known as property. But when you put parenthesis in front, we'll call it a method. So dot uppercase is a method, whereas dot length is a property. Okay. Now we're going to write another string method by saying console.lag. Then in brackets we write the method, and the method we are giving it for the string sentence. So we're going to say to lowercase. So we want to change it to lowercase. Please, as I'm writing, make sure you take note of the sensitiveness of the casing. My L and C are in upper cases, and that is how yours is going to be if you're going to get it right. So I'm going to save and I'm going to run this. You can now see that we have in lowercase, hello feature takers, welcome to JavaScript. Okay, so you see the method to uppercase, what it does is that it converts the string, the value of the string, all to uppercase, whereas the lowercase converts it all to lowercase. But you see the one I actually wrote has a combination of upper and lowercase. But once you do dot to uppercase and dot to lowercase, it converts everything either to uppercase if that is the case, or to fully lowercase if that is the case. Okay, so I'm going to ask the class, are you guys still following before I can continue? Stephen.
Sorry, sir. I'm still lost. Hello? I'm still
Yeah. Well, I'm following, but my terminal isn't executing what I'm typing there. I think it's giving me an error
yes. Yeah.
message.
Okay, Stephen, your
Yes,
terminal
I
is
remember
giving you an
that.
error in what? In which areas?
It wrote note, then colon, the term node is not recognized as the name of a CMD let.
Okay, your node is not recognized as a CND command. That means were you able to install node? I sent one video on the Slack channel how you should install node. Were you able to do that?
I installed the node, but I saw it was like downloading more extensions. So I don't know when it was going to finish. It was taking a lot of time, so I cancelled the
Okay, you
remaining
canceled it.
installation.
Okay, don't
Yes.
worry. Maybe after this class in the WhatsApp group, I'm
Yes.
gonna help you sort it out. Okay,
All right, sir.
make sure you join the I hope everybody is on
Thank
the
you.
WhatsApp group, so that because that's where we'll be taking most of the questions, so that we don't delay the class. Is everybody here on the WhatsApp group?
Um,
Is everybody on
yes.
the WhatsApp?
Sophie, you have a question.
I just
Yes.
pasted the WhatsApp group there, so quickly join the WhatsApp group. Ask every question there. So if you're having problem with
Sophie,
your node installations, we're gonna
hello?
help you sort it out. Yeah, Chidima, you have a question?
Yes, I've installed the Node.js on my laptop, but I didn't get the part how to run the terminal stuff. So I don't have any console running on mine.
Okay, so if you've
Right.
installed node already, if you want to get your terminal, this is my terminal. The way I got it up is by pressing control backtick. If you don't know what backtick is, then you can use
Well,
terminal. Click on terminal and click on new terminal, so that your terminal is gonna come out. That is
please,
how you bring it out. Okay,
okay, I've done that. So
you've done that.
I've done that, but it's not still. Yes, but the console is not still running on my terminal.
Okay, the console is not still coming up.
Yes.
Okay, then that means there are other issues. Were you able to watch the first video where I sent how to set up your Git bash? Because you need to set up your Git bash in the settings of your VS Code. So
Yes,
I'm gonna
I already have it installed on my VS Code already.
okay. Apart from installing it, it's not just installing. You need to set it up in the settings. Very
Yes,
important.
it's set up. It's already linked to my GitHub account, so I've
It's
already
not
done
GitHub
that. So
account. It's not GitHub account.
yes,
In the
Git
settings
bash
of your
on it.
VS Code,
It's already
settings
set
of
up.
your VS Code.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so in the WhatsApp, I'm going to also take care of that problem after the class. But make sure you watch the video and do the installations the right way. Okay,
Okay,
any
sir.
other further questions? Okay, so let's move
Yes,
forward.
okay.
Yeah, somebody wants to say something? Okay, so we've looked at the dot length property, the to uppercase and the to lowercase. Okay, so let's move forward. Now there are other string operations. So let's look at them. So let's say if I say console.log, then in bracket I'm gonna also put the variable name that we are considering, which is sentence. But now what do I want to do? I want to actually use what we call substring. I want to get some part of these or sentence string known as hello feature takers blah blah blah. I want to just get some part, and in order to get some part, you need to use the array method, the string method known as substring. Okay, so I say substring. Okay, then it's gonna take the following arguments. Okay, we're gonna pass in the parameter that will identify where it's gonna start. It's gonna start at index 0 and it's gonna end at index 10. Okay, so you want to start index 0 is hedge. Then when you count up forward to 10, that is where you want it to stop. Okay, so I'm gonna say Control X to save, and I'm gonna come down here and run this again. So you can see now that we stopped at hello futu, and that is where 10 is. So this is if you count here, you are gonna have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 and 10. Okay, so please make sure you're always including the what's it called, the space in between. Okay, so hello futu, that is what was able to be counted out. Okay, let's say we say 20. If you say 20 and you save, then you're gonna have more than that. You're gonna have more words. Okay, you now have hello feature takers. Okay, so if you do substring from index 0 to 20, you're having your whole hello feature takers. Okay, when you're going to be extending this study, when you're going to be studying about algorithms, you're going to be applying some of these string methods, like to uppercase when you want to convert to uppercase, to lowercase, substring when you want to get some parts. Let's say you have your first name and second name, you want to just cut it in such a way to get only first name. So you can be applying things like these. Okay, now we're going to look at what we call split. If you want to convert a string to an array, you use what we call split. Okay, so let's say now that we'll create another array and we'll call it we'll create another sentence and we'll call it sentence um, sentence div. Okay, we want to divide this our sentence into different divisions and put it in form of an array. So that is what we're giving, that's why we're giving it that name, sentence div. Okay, so we are not going to call it the sentence that we had before, which is our normal sentence. I hope I'm still getting it. Okay, my spelling for the sentence was actually wrong, so it has to be the way it was. So I still mention the name of the string that I want to split. Then I say dot split. That is how you go by the dot split. So what do you want to split by? I just want to split with just nothing. So you just put quote like that. Then you say Control S to save. Then when you come now and run this, you're gonna have your split. Okay, please. Before I run this, I'm gonna make sure I do console.log so that it can come out. So what am I console.logging? So it's gonna be the new variable, which is sentence div. Okay. So I'm gonna say Control S. Then I'm gonna finally come and run this. So you can see now that I have my sentence split up into the various letters. You can see. and they are now enclosed in square brackets, showing you that this is now an array. And that is how you can convert a string to an array. That is how you can convert a string to an array. Okay, before we move forward, we're going to look at what we'll call concatenation. Concatenation, very, very important. Okay, somebody wants to join. Okay, so I'm gonna go admit the person. Okay, so please, if you're joining and you are not yet in our WhatsApp group, check the message section so that you can see the WhatsApp group. That is where you're going to be asking most of the questions and they will be attended to. So I just repasted the WhatsApp group there so that during the class, if we're busy handling class issues, after the class, we can always continue solving problems, okay? Can always solving more problems in the WhatsApp group. So please, when somebody puts a question in the WhatsApp group, don't always allow only me to answer it. All of us are devs. So when you're helping people out, you're going to be learning a whole lot. Okay, so let's look at concatenation. Concatenation simply means joining two strings together. When you want to bring two or more strings together, you use what we call concatenation to do that. Okay, so in order for me to see what I'm doing, I'm going to console.log what I want to concatenate. Okay, so what do I want to concatenate? I want to put one string first. So the first string is, a string, you must put it inside quotes. So I'm going to say, this is, okay, that's the first string. I know it's a string because it is inside single quotes. It's inside quotes, okay? Now, what is the concatenation operator? The concatenation operator is plus. So I'm going to put plus because I want to bring another string. So the next string I want to bring is name. So you know that name is actually Augustine. We know that name is Augustine because we had earlier declared name here. Let name to be equal to Augustine. So that is how we bring that in. So we have two strings now. This is a name. Those are the two strings. Now put another string. So what other string? I'm gonna say and I am. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to say this is Augustine and I am. Okay. Now I'm gonna bring in another string. So I'm gonna say plus again because I want to bring in another string. So I can bring in another string or I can just bring in the name of a variable. Those are the things you can bring in. So I bring in say age and I'm gonna say save this. But make sure that the and I am, which is a string, is also in single quotes. Very, very important. Strings must be in single quotes. If not, it's gonna give you error. So when I save this now and I get back to my console, which is my terminal, and I try to run this code again. So you can see this is Augustine and I am 27. Okay, so that is it. This age 27, it saw it because you had earlier declared age to be equal to 27. Okay, so that is how it moves. So you can see that this is clustered up. If I want to give this space, I'm going to come here and give a space here, and I'm going to come here, give a space here, come here again, and give a space here so that it will be written well. So I'm going to save again, and I'm going to come down here and rerun again. So you can see it's now written very well. This is Augustine, and I am 27. Okay, so that is JavaScript. This is one way of concatenation. There is another way that you can use to concatenate, and it's known as using template literal. Using template literal, and that is what I'm going to try to use now. Template literal. Okay, it's like somebody wants to join. Let me try and welcome the person. Okay, so I've admitted another person now. So please, once you're joining, make sure you're joining the WhatsApp. That's where you will ask the questions so that we don't delay our classes. Okay, template literal. So how do we concatenate using template literal? So let's do the same concatenation that we just did now. And I say that concatenation is simply joining two or more strings together using plus. Okay, using plus as a concatenation operator. That's the first one. But now we're going to use what we call template literal, which is actually a better way of doing it. That is the modern way. That is the way I would do it if I'm doing it today. And I'm going to teach you how to do that so that you can also use that same way. So in using template literals, once you want to put your string, you must enclose the string in backtick. So backtick is different from quotes. You can see this is what we call backtick. So you can get it when if you look at your keyboard, just close to one or on top of tab, the key tab, or beside one. That's why you have backticks. So in template retries, everything must be enclosed in backticks. So you can now write the same thing you wrote before. This is now, instead of saying using the concatenation operator plus, I'm gonna just use the dollar sign because I want to introduce a variable name that I've used. So I'm gonna use dollar sign. Then I'm gonna use curly brackets, curly braces. Then I'm gonna say name, which is the name of the variable name that I want to introduce. Then I'm gonna say now, and just the way I wrote before, I am. Then I'm going to bring in the age. And to bring in the age, I also use what? Because the age is a variable name, I'm going to say dollar sign. And I'm also going to use the what? Curly brackets or curly braces. And I'm going to say age. Okay. So that is how you bring in the variables that you've declared earlier. So there has to be a dollar sign and there has to be a curly braces enclosing the variable name that you declared. Okay, so I'm going to say Control S to this, and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to run this again. So you're going to see that it will be 2 times. Okay, you can see it 2 times. This is Augustine and I'm 27, and you have another. This is Augustine and I'm 27. So this one, why is this starting here? Because I gave a space here. So if I close back this page, Control X, then I come back here, run again. So you can see the 2 of them on the same line. So you can see that this first one and this second one, they are given the same thing. So here we use the concatenation operator plus in order to bring 2 or more strings together. Whereas here we use what we call template literal. This is the best way, using the dollar sign and enclosing the variable name in curly braces, and also making sure that everything is inside backtick. This is template literal, and that is the modern way of doing concatenation. Okay, so let's keep going forward. Let's keep going forward. The next thing we're going to be learning is arrays. So we're going to be learning about arrays. Arrays are very, very important because with arrays you can declare more than one value and assign it to a variable name. So you can see where we declared our arrays here. We say that favorite color is an array of strings, and the strings are white, black, and gray. And favorite number is an array of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's look at arrays and look at what we can use arrays to do. So what array? Array is just a collection of multiple values. Okay, so you have a variable having multiple values. Okay, so we can have, say, const numbers. So this is an array, const numbers. So for it to be an array, it has to be enclosed in block bracket. So you can be having numbers like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this is arrays of numbers. Okay, this is array because it is enclosed in square bracket. So you can also have arrays of other things. Say let's say array of colors. So array of colors. In that case, we're gonna be having colors like white, but make sure that it's inside a quote. Very, very important. So we're going to be having array of white. We're going to be having array of black. Sorry for my typos. Can't seem to be typing well today. We're gonna have array. So the another string is yellow. Okay. We're gonna also have blue. Okay, so this is array of strings. Okay, so now that we know what array is and how to create an array, let's look at showing the array so that everybody can see the array. So to show it, I'm gonna say console.log, and I'm gonna in bracket write the array that I want to show. So if I want to show array of numbers, I can write it like that. So I would say X, Control S to save. Then I'll come here and run. So you can see the arrays of numbers. You can see 2 fourths to down there. So if I want to show arrays of the colors, it's also going to show me the colors in form of an array, and I'm going to save. I'm going to come here and run. So you can see white, black, yellow, blue. I can also have array of numbers as well as array of colors. If I say comma and I put the next one, so I should be able to see both of them being echoed out. So if I save now and I come here and run, I'm going to see the two of them, both the array of colors and array of numbers. Okay, that is how you can put it out so that people can see it. Now, very, very importantly, what if I want to add up another color to the colors that I already have? So I'm going to simply mention the name of the array, which is colors. Okay, colors. Now I want to add something to the colors array. So I'm going to pick, where do I add it to? Where do I add it to? At what index do I add it? So I check the index that are already available. The array is indexed from 0. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So I can add at index of 4. So what value do I want to add at index of 4? What value do I add as index of 4? I'm going to write green. That's what I want to add up. So if I save this again, then I try to console.log the colors, the arrays again. But this time around, I want to console.log only the colors array. I don't want numbers. So if I save now and I come down here, you're going to see that green will be added. So you now have white, black, yellow, blue, and green, because I added green as an index 4. Because here you have, in this is white is at index 0, black is at index 1, yellow is at index 2, blue is at index 3. So this green is coming in at index 4, and you can see it there. So that is how you can add up something to an array that is there already. So you can use the square bracket, then specify the index where you want to add. That is how you add to an array. But that is only one way of adding to an array. You can also use what we call push. So if I say colors, which is the array I'm looking at, and I say dot push, because I want to push something to it, okay? So what do I want to push to it? I want to push another color again, and that color is pink. I know girls like pink color, so I'm going to push pink color to this. So if I now re-echo my colors array again, so I'm going to see that pink has been added. So if I do Control S to save, then I come down here and run again. So I'm going to see pink now. Can you see pink has been added? So pink has been added again. So you can either use the square bracket equal to assign a value, or use dot push. When you're going to be writing algorithms, you're going to find out that knowing what dot push is very, very important. So you can see that this pink is added at the end of the array. What if we had wanted to add it to the beginning of the array? So instead of using dot push to add to the beginning of the array, you use what we call unshift. That's the method that you use. So you say colors dot unshift. So we want to add at the beginning of the colors array. So what do we want to? Want it to come before this white. So I'm going to add another color known as red. Okay, so if I save now, then I come down here and re-echo my colors, save again. And if I come down here and run, I'm gonna see that red is now there. So you can see it's now plenty to the extent that it has divided it into two. So if I scroll small, you can see now red is coming first before white because I used on shift. Okay, so those are various ways of adding up something to an array. Now, what if you want to take out from the array? If you want to take out from the array, you use what we call pop. So if I say colors dot pop, it's going to take the last element out. So the last element here is pink. Pink is going to go out. When you say pop, it's going to take the last element out, which is pink. So if I control C again, copy this, and I come down here and paste it in order to re-echo my array, and I try to run again. Now I'm going to see that pink will no longer be there because it's going to pop out pink. Okay, you can see there is no longer pink. It's now stopped at green. There used to be pink before.